Hello and welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack and today I'm here with the Elektron Model samples. Let's hear this thing. Great sounding thing off the bat. We're going to do a separate video of us just playing the patterns that are in there. That may sound like watching paint dry, but it also may help the people that hate me talking. So now we're going to try give you more of a choice when we do the demo. Me waffling on and approaching it like you've walked into a shop and being an absolute idiot. And there'll be another one where you can just hear the sound of the thing. It's new from Elektron. It's now their entry-level bit of kit into their world. And it's a sampler. It's got built-in memory. You can't sample directly in there. The samples are 16-bit, 48K, and it's got a gigabyte hard drive in there. And great sounding samples off the bat. Want to keep it short, snappy, and mainly about how it sounds and how maybe you could come into the store and demo it. Like me, I'm coming at it the first time. So that's one of the first things I do is just hit play. So we'll do it one more time just to have a listen to the oomph of it. Because here, by the way, I'm flying with the Maltese Falcon. And we have been impressed by the heft of this unit. So we'll just one more time. But you've seen videos of magic coming out of Elektron boxes. How do they do it? And that's what they've tried to do for you, the consumer. Is the other ones, maybe there was quite a steep learning curve, not steep learning curve, but there's often a disappointment when you get on it. Like it just doesn't sound like Cuckoo or Dataline. Shout out to those guys who are just incredible. So they've put a lot of the functionality here on the top of the unit. And the way for you to do that, and the way it's laid out, almost knob per function here, if it doesn't do what it says, it'll have a grayed out secondary function which you access by holding down the function key. So that's what we're going to do straight off the bat. I'm going to play the sample and then I am going to hold track, and that will control all of the tracks, and then we can hear what the various knobs do. We've got pitch, decay, sample start, sample length, cutoff, resonance, delay send, reverb size, LFO speed, distortion, swing. So let's just play that sequence and see what happens. I'll go through each one and just give it a turn and you can hear what it's doing to the sound, because I think it's rather remarkable. So starting off with the pitch. So you can hear the dramatic effect there, the power of that. So doing all the samples, really great. Let's move on to the decay, see what that does. So a really nice way to change up the sequence again. Let's go back to 100. Right, sample start, let's hear that. Interesting what it does without an obvious envelope here. It's a good way to soften up the sound. And what you're getting at here, and I think what they're trying to do, is make that magic of the illusion that you could just go out and do a DJ set. Every one of us who's played the thing, we sit there and we're like, oh, we could go DJ with this. I've never DJed, never even thought of it. But after a few minutes of this, you're thinking, oh, maybe I could be a DJ. Maybe I could be that guy. Let's see what's... And here's a really powerful one called the sample length. So again, I'll kick off the sequence. Hey, let's show you. We can have a different sequence already. I can hear you. Why don't you change sequence? Really simple. So if I hold down, or when I say sequence, pattern they call it here. So they've got a pattern button and 16 along here. You can have 6 banks of 16. Let's just hear what pattern 2 sounds like. So we're in there. Whoa, some afters there. We're going to play with the sample length on this one. Again, holding track, and that does everything. Now, here's a nice point that we're going, like when it drops down to there, I'm just going to have play through this without stopping now. So we've got cutoff, resonance, delay, reverb send, and reverb size. With that short attack time, let's hear what that does to the attack time. Starting with the reverb and delay, okay. Now a bit of delay. Cool, I'm going to put the sample length back up and let's hear what, actually let's load a different pattern. Keep it fresh. Let's hear what this one is. Sorry, I'm waiting all the time for the samples to stop speaking, stop playing so I can speak. Play with the cutoff on this one. Let's hear what that does. Now we've got resonance on there. I'll put a little peak in and here, I mean, it sounds so juicy and it's filling the room right here. So let's hit that. And interesting, a multi-mode filter, and you just keep sweeping and it will change modes for you. There's no, I don't know if you can pick it up on the screen, but it's an endless encoder, and as you move through, different filter states happen. High pass. So low pass, high pass. Sounds incredible. Let's have a listen to some distortion on that. And there we start getting into the magic. I've gone through them one-to-one, but I'm just gonna have a little fiddle with this and see what happens by using this Control All function and see with nothing else other than playing with these available knobs that are out here. Always playing with available knobs. Hey, before I go any further, really key part of sounding like you know what you're doing on this, I think, is this feature. So if I just get a new pattern again. Cool, and I want to jam with that. Maybe I want to try doing what I think they call a drop. I guess let's try to. This could be hilarious. Right, so we've got that sequence. Now, if I go function and grayed out temporary save, so I've temporary saved that. That means that hopefully I can go on a journey, and then when I want to end that journey, go back to where we've just hit the temporary save. So let's go on a little journey, shall we? So you can get back to where you were, and it's a nice way of moving through your patterns and going on a little bit of a voyage. You can have different length patterns here. As you can hear in some of the sequences, if I just have a little play, let's see what... I mean, everything sounds great. This is just the inbuilt samples, guys. Now we can mute those tracks. And if we've got a pitch sample there, these triggers will play that sample chromatically. So a nice way to quickly change the pitch of a hat, really quick workflow. I'm debating whether or not to do a new pattern. The first bank here, bank A, has 16 patterns. If I go to bank 2 and then pattern 1, so pattern 2, 1, that's loaded. We've got absolutely diddly squat, we'd say there. Now, shall we be so risky as to try program a beat on it? We've had about half an hour. This won't be a beat, but you can see the initial, this was what it'd be like. This would be the pain. This is the pain when you buy this thing, which isn't a lot, which is you've got these 6 tracks and we've got a blank sequence at the moment. So these are the sounds. Hey-o. Let's roll with those for now. Or, I mean, that doesn't turn me on. So can we change it? Yes, there's a sample button here and it's got a quite interesting folder structure. You can load in packs of samples as well. If you put the numbers at the end of the sample, like kick 1, kick, snare 2, and it will automatically load them across the pads. And you can do that here. So if I go drums, and then I want to have something trapped, because I'm big into my trap at the moment. If I hold this down, load whole directory, I could load all the sounds in, but I'm not going to do that for now. I'm going to go into trapped, and as I play this, there's different sounds. Misc, let's go for misc. Melodic, oh. I've got to click it. Let's go with that. So now that's loaded in. And I want to set a tempo, got a tempo button here. You can do that, or you can function and tap it. Let's go for the classic trap 140. And I'm on the active track is the kick. By hitting record, we're into a step sequencer mode, and we've only got 1 bar. If we want more bars, I can function, hit this bad boy, and then press it, and now I've got 32 steps. Cool. And I can put a kick in here, and I can go across and put a kick in here, and this might sound like this. I've muted it, there we are, no worries. So we've got a kick going, and then track 2. If I don't want to trigger it, I hold track and then 2, and it'll flick to it, and go to step record again, and put this on 2s. Again, I think I've muted that as well. I was on a big mute thing. There we are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they say. And I'm gonna go track and go, let's find some little hats there. Go back into step record. You can live record these. These would be unquantized. If I tap play twice, it'll be quantized. So let's see. Yeah, let's just give it a go. Oh, also you can have a little count in. If I go function, click on, little count in, and it'll go, hey, well. Let's see. Again, I think I may have muted it. I don't know what I was doing there. Turn that click off. and we've got a raucously fat beat. But what's then the next step is I can see on that track, I can see the steps by hitting the step sequencer. Now on these, for example, these three on the end of it, maybe I want to do a delay throw on those steps. I can crank the delay send just for these. So let's see what happens on the step. And that's nice, let's put it in there. Maybe I also want to, on the last two, make them go up in pitch. Let's try that. And you start to see that we can build in complexity into the sequence. Another massive part of the Elektron workflow and the mentality is chance and conditions, trig conditions. So a trig being a step, and when's it going to play? We've got these three here. Let's just go crazy. Let's put a fourth in there. Now, you can already see they're flashing because we're doing things to them. Every time it's playing, something new and individual to that step is happening. If I hold all four, I can actually change the chance at which these steps are going to be played. And that's nice for varying up your rhythms. At the moment, it's very repetitive. So I hold these four down and then go across. And let's give them a 50% chance of triggering. And you can hear that variety. It's living and breathing a little bit already. I know that's very basic. There's no point going any further because it will get very boring and I am not a trap expert. So I'm going to talk a little bit now about how it feels, the hardware, and just our first impressions, okay? Oakley dokley, the Elektron Model samples. What do I think about it? When I first saw it released, I was really excited, like everyone else. Oh, a new thing from Elektron, it's got to be great. And I think a lot of people had, the wind knocked out of them when they saw the pictures and started conceiving in their head what it was. In the flesh, as a bit of hardware as well, it's really genuinely much more appealing than you probably think it is. Something about this white doesn't come across in the pictures. It's a matte white, it's beautifully made and robust. It's going to have these little, there's some little nubbins here, and apparently that's going to come with a battery unit, which I think then again takes it to a place where I can understand people are going to buy it, which the people who are going to buy it are people, as everyone's saying, you want to get into Elektron. This is almost half the price of Digitact. And for me, you're getting the sound and the feel, the beautiful, when you're flying on the Digitact, it's all happening really quickly. The Elektron allows you to do that very quickly. And with the battery power, I could see this going with a doorless rig or a portable live rig and really excelling. Also, those tracks, they kick out MIDI. So the Digitact has just got Overbridge 2 support, so we've got incredible functionality there. But on this bad boy, you could use it as a fully fledged MIDI sequencer. Also, just a little, everyone's getting heavy about the model samples, but I think it's fun. Look in here. And I didn't know, I saw all the videos, Maltese Falk, you getting this? I was thinking, where all these guys, Cooker and that, they're being rather brave sticking stickers on there, but it comes with stickers. They're trying to get you, I think they're trying to allude to the playful nature of it. And I predict in the coming months, maybe years, when this is out, people will look back and think, why were we so tough on it? When it's a really fun bit of kit that sounds absolutely remarkable. These are all built-in samples we're using. Anyway, I'm waffling on. We're going to leave you, I'm going to leave you, Maltese Falcon's going to leave you with a pattern. We have 16 patterns to choose from, Maltese Falcon. Which one would you like us to end the video on?
10.
It's a great call. Thanks for watching today. If you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing. And if you don't like what we're doing, please let us know in the comments. We're trying to listen, hence why we're trying to change, and I'm going to try shut up more. Let's do it. So pattern 10. You ready for this? Yeah!